Hello again, this is Zero the Geek. This is the Cristina Vee and Robbie Daymond panel. I only got the last 25 minutes of the 50-minute panel. I was late to the panel because I was getting an autograph from Steve Bloom and Vet Mayana. So again, I'm showing you me getting the autograph, then walking over to the panel, and then I'll start the video for the actual panel. Alright.
Hey, bud.
Hey, good.
How are you, man?
Yeah. I want to get your autograph.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Metal Panic. Are you Chaz?
I am.
Chaz, it is a pleasure. There's the man right there. Church baby. Chaz. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Have a great day.
Yeah.
That's a crazy rig.
Yeah, thank you. Hey,
What a great idea. You capturing the entire event?
yeah. I
very
want
cool.
you to sign this, please.
Oh, nice, Bob.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this one.
Yeah, it's a brand new.
Very cool. Make it out the chest?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, sir. Any particular color?
Silver.
Silver? Yeah. You want me to sign on here or on the box itself?
Can you sign this area right here?
There you are, sir.
All right, thank you. Really
Thank you very
appreciate it.
much.
All right, thank you.
Way to rock this.
All right, thank you.
I don't understand any of it. It's awesome.
The food, give you the finger.
Yeah, well, I was like, it's like 30 pounds. It's not going to get that cap open. And I was like, I'm just going to ignore it. So I went back in, and it's like dragging the food away, and it opened the cap. And so
Yeah, they're smart and they got little hands.
Yeah.
Little scary little hands.
So it was like an epic battle for my dog's food. Okay, don't get mad at me, but I threw a foam roller at it.
It's fun.
But it still was like, I don't care. I may have screamed. And so that, somebody got woken up across the way and they came and helped me out. But, so is a raccoon. They're so cute though.
They are cute.
I think I screamed at it, oh, you're so cute though!
country boy, so I grew up with like mice in my ceiling and like stuff like skittering around behind my bed. My bed was like the outside wall, so I had a window over my bed frame that I always kept open in the summer, and like giant moths would like scream, or something would just be like it was just like a deer walking across leaves. Like I was constantly scared as a child. My grandparents lived right down the street, and one night I was over there and they had like late night cable with all the scary movies on it. And I was like 12, and their house we had a lake in the back, and their entire back was this huge house that was nothing but glass. It looked like a ski lodge. And I was sitting there at like 1 a.m, I'll never forget, I was watching the vampire movie, the old
Twilight.
one. No, the old one. This is how I know I'm older than
Vampire
you.
Diaries.
No, George Clooney.
Vampire Academy.
No, I'm talking like a scary vampire. Yeah, Dusk Till Dawn. Right. To a 12-year-old, that's a very scary movie. To an adult, that's a very scary movie. And I was like riveted. It was the first like real scary movie I ever saw. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, right next to me on the glass, a freaking raccoon saw me in there eating, and he just stood up on both legs and went wham! I never screamed louder. I know I peed a little bit. But I thought to myself, like, in retrospect, like, he knows he couldn't get in the glass. I think that raccoon was just trying to scare me. I think that's all it was. This is the raccoon panel.
Well, here's the thing. I grew up in LA, so, like, I was also scared all the time, but because, like, I've been around, like, gunfights.
Yes.
And, yeah, so there's that.
Yeah. Raccoons have not learned how to use guns, I don't think. Not yet.
They're evolving, too. Why do you think they have, like, those really, like, dexterous hands?
Have you ever fed a raccoon before?
No.
They literally just go, and they grab it from you. And they just say thank you. It's really
They're
weird.
so cute.
They wash their hands and their food.
Little trash pandas.
I don't like it. Who's next? Let's do Godzilla shit.
Are you guys doing any more autographs? Because I tried getting you one.
We're done here.
I'm done.
We're done.
Sorry.
What'd you say? We always hug, but it would be tough to hug all of you. So we'll see. Okay, here's what I'll do instead. I'll make eye contact with every single one of you.
Where did
I got it. Hold on, almost. We got, right there. Hi guys.
Robbie, we're in Digimon together.
Yeah, we are in Digimon together. Hold on.
I just came to this realization.
Did everybody get eye contact? No, not you in the back. I saw you. He nodded at me. Wait, green hair doesn't want it. That's fine. Got her. Got another both in the back. Okay, got everybody. Hello. That's my version of eye contact hug. Yeah, let's do blonde hair.
Yeah.
She's been having her hand up.
Sailor Venus. Tuxedo mask.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no! You didn't have the glasses on.
So she's Usagi, and our other friend is actually Ray.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's why you don't recognize it. This is actually, for both of you, from the 90s arc, when we did it. Which arc do you guys think is your favorite? There were a ton of them.
What are we talking, Sailor Moon?
Yeah, Sailor Moon arc from the original show. Your favorite one that we've done so far.
Okay, I like one like Mamoru turned evil.
That's mine too.
Yeah, it's so.
Crystal Millennium arc, is that right? No.
I don't know what it's called.
Where he gets like the glass shard in, and he starts like, is it that?
No,
No,
it's like
the Endymion one.
Yeah, when Beryl takes him.
That's my favorite.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Also, anytime he like turns into like the armor.
Yeah. I'm back up. Then he's Moonlight Knight.
Moonlight Night.
Oh, boy.
I did not see Moonlight Night once.
Yeah, we don't interact much.
No.
It's a very weird, like, 90s fascination with the Middle East type character. It's very strange, but I do like it. He's like Turbo Tuxedo Mask. like to watch my media in the language that I speak.
Because, well, here's the thing, because like, I like watching the Japanese too,
Sure,
but when
I'll
it's in
watch
your
it.
own language, it's like, there's not that gap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And a lot of times anime is like sometimes background stuff for me. Like if I want to watch, it's because we do it now. I watch a lot less anime now that I do it. For some reason. So I like to watch it in English if I can. But I will say, like, if there's something that I've watched, I'm rewatching it, and I don't care for the English, I might just not watch it.
I like to like compare stuff too.
Yeah.
Like I want to hear how they do it in English and Japanese and like in Spanish and
But the
stuff.
thing, I'm not criticizing, but like once you do enough of it and you hear sort of the formulaic stuff that happens, and I'm not judging, but there is a formula to it in the Japanese voice acting, and they teach them in schools. You know how to do certain sounds and deliveries. Sometimes I kind of just go, oh, it's that guy. You know what I mean? And not the actor, but like the type. And I just go, it's indistinguishable. What's unique about this character? And that's a sticking point for me in watching it in Japanese, is getting past the tropes and archetypes. And I feel that in English, they give us a little bit more freedom to change things up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, on the subject of dubbing, so I was in Japan, and I didn't go to this, like this was last month, but Oscar and Christine, they went to like a dubbing studio in Japan, and they were dubbing iZombie into Japanese.
Okay.
And this is how they did it. All the actors were in the room at once. They all had the screen, as their own screen.
Yeah.
And they just did it. They said there was no stopping. Everything landed like perfect timing. They went through it, the episode once.
But at the same time, how formulaic and do you have to be to make that happen?
But you know what? They also are given the script and time codes ahead of time. So it's like you have to rehearse it.
There's no way we could do it.
There's no way.
Not with the amount of work that we do.
Yeah. No.
Impossible.
Yep.
Impossible! Not gonna happen. Yeah, interesting. That's terrible. I just chose, didn't I? All right.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, front. Sometimes I overlook the front. That doesn't seem fair. I don't do it. Yeah. Stop. Yes.
I don't know why I thought of this question. Maybe it's because you mentioned earlier. What's the scariest movie you guys have ever watched?
The scariest movie I've ever watched.
I don't even know if it was like the scariest movie I've ever seen, but like at the time, like it really affected me. It was the remake of the Amityville Horror.
Oh.
Yeah, it
Ryan
really
Reynolds.
was Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Wasn't it? I think so.
But yeah, like it really got to me. Like I couldn't sleep. It messed me up.
Ooh, original Poltergeist.
Oh.
This house is clean. Original Poltergeist, The Shining, and the new. Oh God, what's scary? Oh no, a '90s movie. It's not the scariest, but it's my favorite horror movie. It's called The Mouth of Madness.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's with Sam Neill. It's a great horror movie. You guys should watch it. It's very scary.
I also like the Babadook. Duke.
Oh, the Babadook.
Yeah, that was great. Like that one, like there's no escaping the monster because usually it's like at night they come out, but this one is like in her car.
But there was no monster.
What?
There's no monster.
There is a monster.
There's no Babadook.
What? Okay,
No.
we'll talk later.
I will. Have anybody seen this? Yeah. Well, it's not a giveaway. I'll tell you my take of it.
Yeah.
I think the entire movie is an allegory for depression and separation anxiety. The Babadook is her. She was always the Babadook. Rewatch it. That was my takeaway.
Shook. You know this was really good?
What?
The Conjuring 2.
Yes, that was good.
That nun. Oh,
You know what? I just read a thing saying that the first movie that was terrible, Ouija, was not very good. Someone just said that the second movie, Ouija, Origin of Evil, is like a masterpiece of horror.
Really?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna check that one out.
Yeah. All right, guys. The Thing.
Oh, The
That
Thing
is
is
my
creepy
favorite
too.
special effects driven horror movie of all time. John Carpenter. It's one of the best movies ever made.
Oh, how about over here? Yes.
Thanks for being part of the great cast and being some great lines and characters.
Thanks.
Top show.
Oh, good. Thank you.
My question is, have you had multiple characters where you finish? Like, you read the last line, you close the book, and you want more?
It's hard to say.
I would say that with Final Fantasy, but it keeps going on. And on. It's never gonna stop.
I don't know. I mean, because you never know things are gonna come back. I think maybe like when I was first starting out, it was like, oh, that was cool. Like I was a lead in a show, and I hope it happens again. But now it's just like, all right, I'm done with this session. I gotta go to my next one. Bye, thank you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, totally. I miss Sway Sway from Breadwinners.
Aww.
I do. Everybody hated that show, but I loved it. I shouldn't say that. The internet hated that show. Yeah, I missed that one. That was fun. That was 80 episodes of just singing and crazy shenanigans and like hyperactive like comedy. I really like that show. I'd go back and do that one in a heartbeat. Never happened, but I'd do it again. Yeah. You pick.
Yes, over here. Yeah.
What is for both of you? What are your pleasures?
Guilty pleasures?
PG-13.
I don't know.
Food or just regular guilty pleasures? I'll tell you what my favorite guilty pleasure movie is Lake Placid. The alligator. That's that is on. I leave it on every time.
Oh shoot, I have an embarrassing one.
Do it.
Okay, so I still listen to, unironically, oh my god, Hannah Montana to Me, Miley Cyrus. And High School Musical. I like the songs. I like the Hannah Montana.
I tell you what, I work on a show on Nickelodeon with
Miley Cyrus?
Lucas Scrabiel from and he is so nice.
I hear
so
that about
talented.
him.
Man, we have the same agent. He's the best.
Yeah.
Really good guy. Yeah, and super talented. Yeah. So you have good taste.
Yeah.
Except for Hannah Montana.
Amanda Miller gave me like a new nickname, and I wish I knew it like when I first started voice acting. It's Cristina Argentina.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's too late now. What?
That could be like your secret nom de plume.
Oh.
Yeah.
But now they all know it.
I will pick you.
Fate. Are you in Fate?
The only one that I'm in. Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works in Space 3. How many titles can that thing have? I don't know a lot about Fate. All I know is that I'm in that one.
I have a Fate
That's
story.
a terrible answer, I'm sorry.
Okay, are you in Fate Zero? It's like the prequel to Fate Stay Night.
I don't know.
So I was cast, I didn't audition for this character, but I was cast as Maya with the dark hair, and they're like, oh, we think you'd be really great for this. And I get in the booth, and she has like a super, super deep voice. And I was like, this is not matching, is it? They're like, it's not. I was like, it's okay. But they're like, here, we want you to play this other character. And it was Sakura as a child. So here's what happened. So Maya died in Fate Zero. Sakura came back in Fate Stay Night, and she's getting a trilogy of 3 movies based around her. So I think it worked out.
Nice work.
Thanks. It was all planned.
Yeah. Sneaky. Your turn.
All according to Keikaku. Have you seen that?
No,
Okay,
I've been laughing.
I have to let you in on the joke now.
Back to me, slam.
I've been playing with this Bluebell wax the entire time. That's my meme. It's really gross at this point. I need a fidget. Why am I still doing it? I don't know. Here, let me see your phone, Christina.
It's a fan sub.
Translators done. Just according to That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
For the longest time, I didn't know that was a pencil.
Let's go Ness. Okay.
Well, I have a few questions to ask. One of them is still Fate related. Are any of you going to be? Was there actually going to be plans for a dub for the latest Fate series, Fate Apocrypha? And if you're going to have if any of you will play any role with that?
We're the last to know.
Yeah, I have not heard any info about that
Me
yet.
neither.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's see. Robbie, I was going to ask, like, guy related, what's your favorite type of weapon?
God Eater? You know, earlier that question, she said, is there ever a character that you wanted more of when it was over? That was a character where I was so glad it was over, because there was nothing but screaming. I really like his compensating sword. That's the one where he literally like jumps out of a helicopter at the end, lands on a thing that looks like a shipping container, surfs it down to the ground, jumps off, pulls it out, and it's a sword. And he's holding a sword, but this sword is literally like the size of a building.
What?
And I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. That's my favorite sword.
What game is that? Or show?
God Eater. It was.
God Eater.
Yeah.
Another thing we're in together.
You're in that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did the 2 games and then the anime series. Yeah.
Ooh.
That sword.
Yeah.
That stupid sword. Building sword. And it shoots lasers. It ends up becoming like a building lightsaber that's 70 yards long. It's insane.
Yeah.
But it is pretty sweet. Those last 2 episodes are pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a new season, though, because I feel it has to continue.
Don't get the rules wrong. That makes one of us.
Usagi.
Am I allowed to ask 2 questions? Or?
Sure.
Okay, first one. I know you already said that you most relate to Mom and to Sailor Moon, but of the Sailor Scouts, which would you both say that which one describes your personality the best?
Sailor Mars. Definitely, yeah.
I kind of guessed on that one.
Me too. Yeah.
Second question, Robbie, since you were in Persona 5, who's your favorite Phantom Thief?
Ryuji. Yeah, it's not just because it's Max. That actually makes me not want to pick it. I like him a lot. He's great. We got you. Let's get some. You right there.
I mean, I think my favorite episode ever is when Usagi transforms into Princess Serenity for the first time in the elevator, and then we can get back to the 90s when they played My Only Love during that scene. I loved it. Yeah, me too. I think that's my favorite episode ever.
Breakup scene, original series. I loved it. That was my favorite.
Did you record? Okay, so there are 2, like in this latest series that we're recording, like there's an episode where the synopsis was, Luna is her because Artemis had a kitten with another cat.
Yes.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
And then there was that other one where it was like, Mamoru stays with Rei and she like sees him naked.
Yes! At the bath or their little steam house.
Yeah.
But, Mamoru butt. Butt in the show.
Yep.
Mama butt.
Usagi asks if I saw it.
Yes.
It's a great episode.
Yes.
Quality.
And I like respond too. I was like, well, just for a second. That's a pretty funny episode. Definitely a filler episode, but a good one.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I'm looking to Green Jacket.
Who's the character you'd like to play if they redid a show from the 90s? Besides you.
Oh, Revolutionary Girl Utena. I want to be Utena.
I would want to do Berserk. I want to be Griffith. Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Let's keep stick on this side and then we'll do back blue shirt.
Yesterday, you said about Robbie mentioned about what it was like to be Chrollo in Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you remember what you said, but what did you like about him being?
Oh yeah, it's like that role's like a warm bath for my voice because it's way deep down in my voice and he doesn't exert himself very often, and it's fun because it's a challenge because you're trying to do nuance, which is tough in a stoic character. So you're trying to play like multiple motivations and that you have very limited range to play it in. Whereas it's a little easier to play emotion when you're a big bombastic character like Prompto or whatever. You can play musically in your range a little bit more. I like that challenge of Chrollo, but also like when else do you get to like, we worked really hard on the poetry stuff. for a lot of those scenes, those slow-mo scenes, and you know what I'm talking about, or not. But whenever you get to do like sort of rhyming, like well-structured poetry while epic orchestral music's going and there's an awesome scene playing behind that. I mean, that was one of those times where I was in there with Tony Oliver was directing it and I was like, hey, this is fun. I was like, I'm really enjoying myself. Yeah, that character's been a blast, absolutely. Your turn.
Cool. All right. Right over here. Hi.
What is it like to watch a show or play a game that you're voicing in?
Ooh, I don't do it very often, but I did see Hunter x Hunter for the first time last night on TV. And it was, you know, I was a little nervous because I haven't heard myself in the show, but I liked it. I love Chrollo. He's something special. Little murderous cinnamon bun.
I have a tougher time with shows than I do games for some reason. Yeah, I watch a show and I just kind of, oh boy, I have a tough time divorcing myself from the performance. Like I'll pick it apart. Yeah, even like, I won't even do it just to myself, I'll do it to like the people that I know, my friends.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not in a bad way, it's just like when you know almost everyone who's in everything that you watch, you go, oh, yeah, Chris sounds pretty good in this. You know what I mean? Or you go, oh boy, you know, gosh. They can be bad. Yeah, I'm the hardest on myself, absolutely. But I'm able to like let it go and enjoy it sometimes. Like I played all the way through Final Fantasy, for sure. And it was funny, like while I was playing it, I had my surround sound at home, and like Prompto would be like, hey, over here! And my girlfriend would peek out of the kitchen and be like, what? No, it's the game. And it kept happening like half a dozen times over a couple of days, and I was eventually like, babe, I'm playing the game. It's not me. Why would there be Imperials above us in the house? That doesn't make sense. But yeah, we're super lucky to do what we do.
Yeah. Do you, okay, so this is, maybe it's just me, but I used to play League a lot. And I would only play Lux, but you know how people can spectate, and I would get a ton of messages saying, why aren't you playing Riven? So I learned how to play Riven. But it's so weird because you get so invested in the game, like you don't think like, oh, this is me. It's like, oh, I kind of sound like her. Wait. Yeah, has that happened to you?
Is League hard?
League? I mean, yeah.
Because I'm the newest champion in League.
And, you can't say yet.
Kane, yeah, I can.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Kane.
Cool.
Yeah, the Edgelord Supreme. Nice. But I have never played it, and I'm scared.
Oh, okay.
It looks very scary.
You have to be, okay, because you play online with other players, and people will let you know if you suck. Okay. That's the hardest part. Like one time, like the last game I played, they were like, you are the worst Riven ever, and you threw the game. Like, I really didn't. I'm sorry.
Can I mail you an autograph? You guys.
What? No.
You guys.
Guys.
That does it for us. There's someone in the back doing this.
Oh.
No, they're gone now. Everybody looked over like, yeah. Do that to her. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Thank you for the great question.
Thanks, guys. That's it.
Yeah. You have to go to one more panel today, right?
Yeah.
At what time?
3:30.
3:30. It'll be with all the other voice actors that are still here as well.
Yeah.
Come see that. Come hang out, and you can ask some more questions if you didn't get them answered this time.
Bye.
Thank you.